And today we're reacting to the IRL streaming bubble is about to burst. We got a glimpse of what So was saying yesterday about how he feels about IRL streaming and how it's becoming one of those things where everybody, big and small, is doing and wanting to do. Not enough people are staying true to, you know, the desktop. And although I think that's true, I don't think the IRL bubble is gonna burst. I think we still got a bit of time with it, and I kind of feel like it's still in full effect. That being said, man, let's go and get into it. Let's do it. Put to Twitch streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5, 6 p.m. man.
Y'all all trying to be like these at the top. You got motherfuckers talking about desktop streaming is dying. How is that even possible? It's just the you watching. And to be honest with you, FaZe and AMP and all them, they chilling. They good. These got all the resources, bro. These elites. Y'all know the elites. I'm talking about y'all new. Y'all are getting caught in a wave y'all gonna die in.
With cable TV numbers going down and streaming numbers going up every single day, advertising dollars going up in the streaming every single day, and the biggest guest appearances and guest stars going to the streaming platforms as opposed to sitting down on somebody's couch on television nowadays, it seems like streaming has taken over something that nobody could have counted for when it first started. But I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. Now, hate it or love it, it's in the entertainers' playbooks in order to go onto these platforms, sit down with the Kai Cenats, sit down with the Neons of the world, and have a good old time while promoting their platform.
I genuinely think streaming's the wave right now. It's the new wave. Streaming is officially mainstream in my opinion. And the reason I say this, because 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, if you were on a TV show, if you were on this, on that, what would you do as soon as you were done to try to elevate yourself and build off the hype? You would go into like a music video or go on to like Ellen or a talk show or Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Okay. Now, if you get out of a reality TV show like Love Island or Big Brother or any of these TV shows,
you pull up to the stream. And that's the same thing with the artists, and when it comes to when they get an album or something like that. Kai Cenat. You know what I'm saying? At one point, it might have been a lot easier to do that. But then they're like, okay, can't do Kai Cenat right now because I'm not big enough, or this is that and the third. Black Boy Max, you feel me? And then he stopped doing his thing, and then now it's like, okay, well, what? Let me see. They just open to whoever is willing to rock out with them. You know what I'm saying?
What's the first thing they do? They're going off streams. Streaming has genuinely made its way mainstream. Rappers are trying to get on streams. Athletes are getting on streams. The reason all these artists and actors and people from TV shows are going on streams, it's all thanks to Aiden, Kai, Lacey, and Speed. Those 4 streamers right there are the reason streaming is mainstream and is the reason people are going on to streams.
Now, there are a plethora of reasons as to why people are gravitating towards streaming and it being the new mainstream thing to do. For some way, shape, form, or fashion, streaming watchers are watching content longer than ever. They're watching the streams for 1.5 hours on average, which I thought we were supposed to be a short attention span, you know, society nowadays. But for some reason, these folks are tapped into these streams. From an entertainer's perspective, it makes sense why they would go and gravitate towards streaming because all these fields aren't producing as much money as streaming outside of like the sports and stuff like that, but the ones like rappers that people thought made a lot of money back in the day just aren't making as much money as streamers are.
A lot of these niggas just blow that money. They don't know how to invest money. You feel what I'm saying? I invest that money, go grab properties, go do this, go do that, but I still ain't signed yet. So me and my team, them boys just grab all my money. I get my publishing, I get my BMI, I get, you feel me? I get my YouTube check, I get everything still. Right. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's smooth. But these niggas signing, so you understand, they get $1 million, they ain't get another $1 million for 3 or 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really slavery on some real
for real. And they got this broke down to me by somebody. They were breaking down how these boys, like, these rappers, it's tough. These $1 million, like, it's very rare. These guys ain't as getting $1 million like that. You feel me? Not everybody getting $1 million like they be claiming. You feel what I'm saying? And then the label is coming through. Give me all of that. I need all of that. You know what I'm saying? Hands all in pockets. You feel me?
Shit like,
and then now for the next 3-4 years, you over here trying to make money back, but you stopped popping a year ago. So now you stuck in this label every time you do anything, and you also owe this many albums, and you also owe this many singles, and Bro, they fried, bro.
Lil Shimmy broke it down so eloquently as to how rappers are signing what he dubs as slave deals in order to make a lot of money. You know, he sees $1 million one time. He doesn't see it for the next 3 years. While Agent 00 at Streamer University is reporting that he makes $321,000+ a month off Twitch. People like Azam Gold, they're making $300,000 on Kick and simultaneously making $32,000 a month on Twitch. I mean, that in and of itself would be a reason to fire up the camera and start reacting to stuff. I would think you might have to catch me on Twitch. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Another thing that is coming out of this is major collaborations. Now, I'm seeing Neon be with
Yo, this I just saw this clip. I said, dang, like, bro, if you got a name, you can get any person they might have been lit. You feel me? They on here with Iggy. What are they even speaking about?
Azalea. I'm seeing AMP be in Target with their Tone deodorants, and I'm seeing Kai Cenat literally everywhere. He was on the cover of Time magazine not too long ago as one of the top 100 creators. I just don't know any other rapper or athlete who's been on Times outside of like LeBron James or Jay-Z, like super big athletes. But now we're seeing this new and diverse community and subsection of entertainment hop into these mainstream spheres and do things that it took rappers and entertainers and ball players and all that stuff years to do in just a short amount of time. It's quite amazing, actually. So I can understand why a lot of people would gravitate towards streaming. It's hella lucrative. It's hella cool. You get all the huzz. You know, you get to do these big, major, crazy events and stuff like that. But the question is, and it's one that So Illuminati brought up at the beginning of the video, is how sustainable is this?
The shit that y'all seeing is not sustainable. A lot of y'all don't know. You knew and you already thinking, you need to be doing IRLs, nigga. You are a fucking bot. You're gonna fall off. Bro, the IRL streaming shit is so overstimulated, so oversaturated. All you see is scripts now. Y'all trying too hard, and subconsciously, a lot of y'all niggas is competing with each other, but y'all don't know it because it ain't personal. But we see it. Bro, listen. My life is so fucking bro, listen. My life is completely boring compared to y'all. I can't compete with y'all niggas, and I don't want to have nothing to do with that energy. You have regular new people going around who just started streaming and they already feel pressure like they need to be doing IRLs.
Yeah.
You can't afford it.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah. So Illuminati said a lot right there, and I want to tackle it piece by piece because it's something that we've been seeing for a while, and this happens in all industries. It's happened in crypto, cars, Airbnb, etc., where there is a rush to get into this gold mine of a world. Trust me, I've had people proposition me to come and set up their streams, and I've thrown up like stupid amounts of money in order for them to sign up, and they've literally just said yes. But this stuff that they are doing is not sustainable, and just like every other bubble before it, .com, real estate, whatever the case may be, it will burst. First and foremost, IRL content has an expense problem. It is much more expensive to do IRL content versus sitting behind a desk.
Y'all know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You can get a 10K check from Twitch. What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips to travel, $500 on setup shit, fucking $2,000 on your rent, fucking $200 on Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL toolkit. You gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going into negative doing this shit, okay?
Now, most people don't know this.
The 10K get ate up fast. I'm telling you, it's real. Because you doing the real life. You got this 10K is for your real life as well as your content life. You feel what I'm saying? Depending on how far you want to take it. A lot of people be investing a lot of their bread right back into the whole content thing, which, you know, is commendable. You do got to still budget right for your life because you got to be alive. You got to be alive to stream. Feel me? But still trying to get over some of this congestion, man. It's just a little bit of congestion left. Just pissing me off.
Who am I kidding? A lot of people know this. I used to do some production work for AMP and hang out with the guys and stuff like that. And I remember talking to Agent 00 one time about the reason about going to Twitch and streaming as a medium for the content as opposed to making long form videos. And he broke it down pretty simple to me. He said, Omar, we could spend hours of a day or an entire day planning a video, and then we could spend an entire day shooting a video, traveling to the site, getting the content, etc., etc. Then we could give the footage to an editor to spend another day doing the video, editing it up, making sure it looks good, etc., etc., just to upload it for it to flop. In totality, if we factor in time and then if we factor in expenses, it becomes something that doesn't seem like it's a good trade-off, because ultimately it could flop in the algorithm. With that being said, the counter to that is sitting at a desk, you know, streaming for 3 to 18 hours and getting off as many clips as possible. I don't think people realize how many 8-minute clips can go into a 60-minute recording session.
Okay, that's real. Now, because listen, the way I be saying it and breaking it down when people ask me, I say, you know, oh, I'm streaming, this is that and the third, and I'm like, yo, bro, for what? Like, you better off making a video, a long form video, and building up your thing to make people care about the stream. I get, like, I still believe that. I still believe that, you know, he's right. It could take more time. It's going to take more time. It could flop. It could do this, that, and the third. But that's the best way to get people to care about you, right? When you're sitting at your desk, make it streaming, getting clips off, I guess you're right. You can, when you look at it from that perspective, if you just cut a stream on, you stream for however long and you get as many clips as possible, whether it's you talking, saying something, whether it's you reacting to a video. Now, reacting to videos also goes hand in hand with streaming, because who's going to give a fuck about you reacting if you don't have nobody? You know what I'm saying? It's more so a clip thing. But I still stand by making a good long form video, but you making videos that you can constantly, you can push out. Not the big, long, hefty ones, but the ones where you can do every single day. A video you can drop multiple times a day if you wanted to spam. Something like how Omar's doing. If he can do 3, 4, 5 of these a day. He's posted 2 or 3 before in the same day. He posts every single day. You know what I'm saying? You do something like how he's doing every single day, that's different. You feel me? Rather than doing a whole production, you pay this money, pay this, that. He don't got it. He probably has an editor, but he don't need one for this type of content. This is nothing to edit besides cutting out the uhs and ahs and putting what he's talking about on the screen. See what I'm saying? So I still stand on doing this type of thing is the best way to build anything, because now, if he wants to, when he wants to, if he ever wants to, he especially does it great because he has faces in it. He can now make a reaction channel how I do and react to videos and say, hey guys, I'm over here doing my reaction channel, come pull up, this is that and the third. Just like that.
Let alone doubling and tripling and quadrupling that. But now we're getting to the point where content creation from a streaming perspective has to come with some sort of expense. People are going out and doing big, lavish, and extravagant things, making it cost just as much, if not more, than when they were creating actual YouTube videos.
You know, I want to thank everyone for coming out, you know, on this trip. Everyone took times out of their days. They took times out of their families to, you know, come on this trip with me, man. You know, I envisioned it to be something insane, but you know, it's just not what it came out to be. You know, I think still some of the content's been good, but yeah, man, you know, it's been getting really fucking expensive. We've done 5 streams and we almost spent like fucking 200K. You know, we got to cut the cost down. You know, and I just feel like there's too many people.
I know that there's operational costs in a business, but at the end of the day, that is mad excessive. It's just way too much. But the sad part about it is that is the price to being these streamers when you do IRL content specifically. And this is also related to the money spending aspect where everybody feels like they have to one up each other. But this one is from a pure emotional standpoint. Streamers feel like now they have to be online more than ever. They have to give more content now more than ever. And ultimately they have to fall in line with these tropes or these lifestyles or whatever the case may be now more than ever. And it's impacting 2 communities specifically, the chopped community and the woman community.
I'm just irritated. I feel like my name just gets slandered so much and I really don't be doing nothing. Like, I literally don't be doing nothing. It's just always something. When it comes to my name, it's just always something. Like, it's so rare that I see positive stuff about me. And I literally don't do nothing. Like, nothing could get worse than that. So it's just like, all the hate and everything, like, nothing affects me no more. Like, it's like I have no feelings no more. All right, y'all, I'm finna just end for a little bit.
Ohio.
You what? What the fuck did you just say?
No, get up, get close.
Now, if you're new to this channel, then you probably don't know my stance on this, but I am a proponent of you being able to control your community, you being able to cultivate the environment that you are streaming and creating content and et cetera, et cetera. Well, it seems that inherently speaking, this streaming all the time, IRL content world that we're, stepping into is letting things go left, right, and sideways. Kaya, Dabo, and many other women and chopped people on the internet who are getting into streaming are falling victims to tropes that ultimately can be probably summed up as humiliation.
Yeah, look, like they feel like, okay, this is how you do it. I'm a woman, or I'm an ugly nigga. I seen this woman do this. I seen this ugly nigga do this. I guess this is how you do it when you're an ugly nigga or a woman. No, I like the extra Emily way. She going crazy. She's a great, wholesome person. Get into it, funny person in her own way, making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Rituals. Now, all of them are laced in things like misogyny and colorism, et cetera, et cetera. But ultimately, these people have to fall in line and play into these tropes because that's what gets you pushed out to the masses. That's what continues to further the clips. That's what continues to happen. So now you have Dabo willingly, calling himself chopped, calling himself ugly, and willing to let a woman put hands on him continuously in order to get clicks and content off. You have Kaya consistently and constantly being sexualized on camera and people calling her out left, right, and sideways, names, all that other stuff like that. And then
Kaya did that one though. Kaya did do that one. She sexualized herself. How else was everybody supposed to go about when that's how you served it to us on the platter? You served it to us on this plate. It's kind of like that's kind of the result of what happens.
When you don't fall in line with the tropes, you end up like a Wendy Ortiz or Silky's ex, where now that community is disowning you because you won't fall in line with their forever content cycle.
Yo, how did the subs keep dropping? I thought we just reached 4K. Refund and it reset.
Now, I think that this is something that could be easily mitigated by creating different types of content and not always giving access to your full self to the camera and to the audience. But hey, this might be just the price of fame for this. And speaking of the price, it's going to continue to go up as more and more people delve deep and figure out that, hey, streaming is a way for us to get as much content out there as possible. I'm starting to see more and more celebrities actively take interest and want to invest in making streaming content. We're talking about the Nicki Minaj's of the world, the Kyrie Irvings of the world, the India Loves of the world that are now hopping into streaming with an already built platform.
A lot of good cheese behind them. I do agree. I think IRLing is a rich man's game, right? So a man with capital behind them. Now, do I think people who are small don't need to shouldn't get into it? No, I just think that it's like just as there's. This is gonna be a horrible analogy. I don't want to do that one. No, I ain't gonna do that one. Okay, boom. Just as there's high production movies, right, with the best cameras and the best this, that, and the third, and you love them so much, there's also the independent guy on YouTube who shoots a video with skits and he does it his own way, clearly low quality, but there's something about that you like. You like this individual. You like that. You like this. So you don't have to have it. You gonna spend some money. It's a rich man's game, right? The higher, bigger production thing, the more known person with the big actors, this is that, right? But the little man can win too until he forms into the big man. You feel what I'm saying? It's like looking at a movie at the movies, and the guy on YouTube who's making his skits, but they're still funny as hell, and they're still a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think IRLing is kind of just is, right? All the big people are gonna get into it, yes, but there's how many billion people in the world? Some are gonna watch them, some are gonna watch you, or this person, and that's just what it is. You feel me? Now, I don't think just the random guy who's just like, yo, I want to get into content creation because they saw the guy streaming IRL, they saw their favorite streamer IRLing. They're like, man, I could do that, man, yeah. And then you just go straight on, you buy all the stuff, you go straight on Twitch, and now you're recording yourself. You're having your mans record you as you walk around the street, I don't think that is, the best idea, because when you log on there and you see 1 to 2 people, 5 people, and they're all people and then you do that for the next month and it stays the same because you didn't put footwork in anywhere else, that's when we're talking about something else. I still desperately stand on get you some content that you can produce every single day, some original joint, and then move out to other things, branch out.
Backing from everything else and starting to really put pressure on the game because they have access, connections, and resources that a lot of these younger streamers just don't have.
Okay. I thought it was something that you had to do like weekly or
I feel like your fan base, your community, they I know how active you are and stuff like on Twitter. Like you can kind of do it on your own time. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So perfect. When you get off live, text me so we can talk about some other stuff real quick when you get a chance.
Of course, I got you, Nikki. It's a pleasure to connect and talk.
You too. Thank you. And bye.
Bye, Nikki.
Hey, India's chat. Hey. I'm glad you're finally streaming.
I know.
Because back then we talked about it. Well, I don't know why you're thanking me. We talked about it, and now you're doing it. W India in the fucking chat.
I thank you because you helped me get here.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
How?
You made a few calls and then helped me, I
always knew you had it in you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. What do you want? What do you
Kyrie Irving.
want? Yo, do you want me to show you on stream or no?
No.
I love you, man. Call me tomorrow.
So y'all took showers together, right?
No, but we be separated with swimming trunks.
That's what I mean. That's what I don't understand. Y'all had sleepovers before, right?
Yeah, but not like that.
Yeah, so no, I didn't mean it like anything. I meant it like how y'all meant it. I want to sleep over too.
Yo, Ray J is nuts.
That's how I meant it. Pause, I know. But that's what I meant. It's like, if y'all was in the shower, then y'all took a shower together. So I'm like, well, shit, I'll take a shower with them niggas. Like, on the stream, you know what I'm saying?
Ultimately, I think that people get lost in the sauce quite often whenever something popular emerges. When YouTube vlogs were popping, everybody felt like they needed to be like DDG, Casey Neistat, Logan and Jake Paul, or Emma Chamberlain. And they did everything in their power to try to emulate and imitate these people. And it worked for some people, but it just ultimately did not work. Same thing when they made long form videos. Everybody wanted to imitate Mr. Beast. And then you saw them lose their soul and ultimately fall off because of this. You see, there's a pattern that I'm trying to establish. Every time that we get into the bubble of content creation, whatever bubble it may be, it ultimately pops in the end because everybody tries to emulate and imitate that. I'm starting to see 2 bubbles and 2 trends right now where people are losing their selves and their personalities behind chasing content creation fame. It's the streaming bubble that we've been talking about. And also I saw this one video where this woman was like, you should create 300 TikToks in a month if you're being serious. 300 TikToks in a month, 10 TikToks a day? You should be getting a job. You should be working out. You should be doing anything else besides creating 10 TikToks a day in order to be able to make a life in content creation.
I'll say this. If you do that and you stay consistent while also having your job and paying your bills and all that, if you submerge yourself like that, I promise you, I mean, I promise you because I don't know the type of content you're doing. And I don't know how good the quality is. But you're giving yourself a higher chance of winning. You're giving yourself a much higher chance to win. I'll say that.
There are ramifications that people do not talk about when they dedicate their lives to content. And it's something that's going to play out over time and stuff that when commentary channels talk about, when streamers, talk about their burnout or whatever their case may be, right, it just gets swept up under the rug. But I'm here to tell you, people do get burnt out about this stuff.
When I tell y'all I was going through it, I was really going through it, bro. Like, dead ass, bro, by day 10, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of these 20 days. Nigga, I'm having nights where I'm in the bathroom, like, just bawling my eyes out. Like,
it's a lot of unnecessary pressure that's being placed upon people in order to...
I'll say this. Now, there's no way I'm making Blackboy Max cheese, having Blackboy Max success, stressing myself to the point where I'm bawling my eyes out in regards to not being able to get this work done. I don't know what's going on in his life, if that's what he was mentioning, but if it's about, like, damn, I don't know how to go get this done, man. But I'll come on this camera so quick for 5 minutes and say, hey, y'all, thought I could do it. I'm up right now. Lay y'all, appreciate y'all. See y'all in about 2 more months, man. Lay y'all, we go. ADD, let do it.
to become famous through this whole streaming game. And whether you have sympathy for them or not, it doesn't really matter, but just heed my warning. You don't have to be like everyone else. And so Illuminati said this in the conclusion of the clip at the beginning of the video, that you can be yourself. If you're a desktop streamer, you're a desktop streamer. If you are a TikToker, whatever you are as a creator, be yourself. But the way that IRL streaming is changing the landscape of the genre is really, really scary to me, and I hope people can heed the warnings that people are laying out for them, because once you turn down that path, it is extremely hard to turn back.
That being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about it, bro. Like the video, sub up, comment up, man. Binge watch the channel and watch the rest of the videos that I put up with this video, bro. We gone. Editing lad.